And thank you very much for tuning in today. Today is a wonderful day, especially because our team is going to Olympics, and it is great to have today's guest. She's an Olympian. She's an Asian Games a champion. She is also a trailblazer when it comes to athletics. She was part of the women's team in 1952, the Olympics team. She is also a champion in 100 meters, 200 meters, right from 1951 to 1957, and also 800 meters hurdles. Her best times in 100 meters was 12.3 seconds. 200 meters was 25.2. When I said trailblazer, she not only represented India in athletics, she also represented India in field hockey. So she's a double international, the first person to achieve that from India. It gives me great pride and pleasure and honor and privilege to introduce today's guest is none other than Mary D'Souza Sequeira. Good evening, madam.
Good evening. Hello, all of you who are listening.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. So, you told me during your stay in Bombay, you had Rajesh Khanna as neighbor. How was it having him as your neighbor?
Yeah, we never interacted as such. He was in another field. People used to come and stand outside his house for hours just to have a glimpse of him.
Okay.
That's all I know. I never met him, although you were so close.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's nice. So,
yeah, barricade sort of. And Chowkidar was manning his gate, so no one could enter or leave. So it was like a prison.
okay, that is what happens to superstars. I think he became an overnight superstar.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot of research about your life, and I found that younger days were spent, Bombay and Goa together, summer holidays in Goa. So we are actually from a different world altogether, at least from my generation, where we are used to a lot of things, electronics, and you are not used to all that. So tell us about
Exactly.
those
We didn't
good
even
old
have
days.
TV in our days. Of course, when I was growing up, I didn't even have a phone. Now 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds are with a cell phone,
Yeah.
playing games on the phone. I'm still picking up bits and pieces. Of course, I've used a computer. I have a laptop of my own. So I send messages and I Zoom and oh my gosh, I play for hours together, bridge online.
Okay.
That's my latest hobby.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So, how did you pass your time in that olden days?
Yeah. Olden days, there was not much to do. We had the movies to go to, but at home there was no TV. We didn't have a phone. I didn't have a phone growing up. And we used to come from school, so we used to go to the playground. I was lucky I had a municipal ground just next to my house. So I used to jump over the wall
Okay.
and go to the municipal ground. And then, unfortunately, I was the only girl who used to play. Sometimes my sister used to come, but there were only boys playing. So I had no choice, so I used to play with them. That's how I
Okay.
started playing with the boys, and I became roughed up. I learned to play hockey, and I used to hold my own.
Okay.
And I never
So,
forget, I should play monkey on the trees.
okay.
You know what that is? Catching cook on the trees. We used to swing from one branch to another with someone trying to catch us.
Okay.
That stopped when I fell down. One day I jumped on the tree, on the branch, and my brother pulled it. So I went straight onto the ground.
Okay.
From 10 or 15 feet high. I thought I would die that day. But I survived. I became rather tough for it.
So, did you fight with the boys at that time?
I used to fight on the field, the hockey stick.
Okay.
I was the only girl, so, but they didn't care. They treated me like one of them. That's how I picked up hockey fast and I became good at it, playing with the boys.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
yes. While reading about your history, I know that your school did not have a ground,
Yeah.
and you had a sports meet where it was lemon and spoon and something else, which you and your sister won. And at that time, people knew as your champion sisters in the school, you and your
Exactly.
sister.
It was so
Uh,
funny. We won both our events, so we became champions. So that's how Emil D'Souza, who had started a team called Suburban, he was short of players because those girls were not forward at that time. So he heard that there were two champs living close by. So he came to visit me and my sister, and he said, "Come and join." That's how I started hockey with the girls. He had three sisters whom he was training for hockey. And he got some of the neighborhood girls, and my sister and I played right wing, and my sister played backs. So that's how we started playing hockey with the team.
okay.
I hardly learned to play hockey when he said we're going to enter a tournament. I said, yeah, we are not really adept at it to play a tournament match. So, but of course we were quite up to it. We went to play as a first match. I couldn't control the ball or hit as well as I could later, but I paralyzed both the left outer and the left back. Whenever they got the ball, I went for them and I took it away from them. So two members of the opponent's team were paralyzed completely. They couldn't touch the ball. That's how I started
Okay.
my career.
That's nice. So, uh, what did you learn from the coach at that time about hockey?
Oh, he taught me from scratch how to hold the stick, how to hit, how to dribble. He was a very, very good coach. I wish he was there to thank him. He passed away long ago. I would like to personally thank him for initiating me into hockey, which gave me so much joy at that time. There was nothing we could do. No TV, no nothing. So as soon as I used to come home, I used to jump over the wall and play hockey.
Okay.
And that's what happened. When I was playing, I picked up speed and stick work and every stamina, everything, playing with the boys, of course. And
Speed.
then one cousin of
Speed.
mine saw me playing hockey. I used to play on the
Okay.
wing. So he says, you are very fast on the wing. Why don't you take part in athletics? So I said, I don't know anything about athletics. We were like suburban. Bandra was the suburbs. It was like a countryside, you know. You were cut off from the city as such. And it was more like a village at Bandra at that time. There were not many buildings, plenty of fields, and nobody wanted to live in Bandra at that time.
Okay.
And I was known as the queen of suburbs. But at that time, nobody wanted to live in Bandra. So he said, "You seem very fast. Why don't you?" I said, "I don't know where to go, where to run." So he said, "Don't worry. He'll enter me in the sports meet." So my sister and my sister used to do the high jump. And that too, at that time, poor thing, she used to do it in divided skirts. So
Okay.
she used to jump over and bring it down with her skirt, bring the pole down with her skirt. It was so funny. It was those days. They were so this concern about women wearing shorts and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I went abroad, brought a pair of shorts, but they were so short, I couldn't dream of wearing it in India. When I ran, I never used them at all because they were so short. And in Europe and everywhere, they were wearing short shorts like that. So I said, oh, that'd be nice. But I never ever used them because I couldn't think of using them in India. But everyone would just stare at you.
Yeah.
So it was different life in India compared.
So how did you handle the resistance, of girls participating in events?
Oh my gosh, I had so much resistance, especially from my own family. My father says, "What you're running? You're running like a tomboy everywhere. Why don't you get enough exercise by grinding the masala and sweeping this stuff? That'll be enough exercise for you.
Okay.
You don't have to go running like mad." He couldn't understand why we should just run like that. He used to give me so much resistance, mostly my dad.
Okay.
My mom was very sweet, she never bothered. But my dad gave me the most resistance.
Okay.
And one day, so happened that we used to get rations in those days. It was the wartime. And I had a match, an important match in town. Now, Bandra to town is a long distance. Anyway, he said, he told me I have to bring the rations today. So I dare not tell him that I have a match, and they were relying on me. And there was no way I could communicate with them to say I couldn't come because there were no phones.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't know whom to phone. We didn't have a phone. And I never thought of phoning somebody to tell them I'm not coming. I didn't have anyone's phone number with me. So I said, what to do? I was in such a dilemma. I said, so I was debating whole day. I was restless because I couldn't tell my dad I'm not going to bring the rations. I couldn't tell him I'm going to play hockey because he would give me a pasting. So restless anyway, I took a chance and I sneaked out. And I said, I can't let my team down because they were relying on me. And we didn't have spares those time, Like we just had 11, 12 girls. And I was quite good at that time. So they were relying on me. And I said, if I let them down, there'll be no substitute maybe to replace me and it'll be too bad. So I sneaked out. And I came back. That's a time I'll never forget. That day he gave me such a pasting of my life because I disobeyed him. I went to play hockey instead of helping with the family ration. There was so happened we were many of us, but they were all out. So he told me to play. So that means I had to do it. I didn't do it. I still remember the thing I got.
So was the mystery solved? Who got the rations?
I don't know who got it. I never dared to ask. I think my dad had to go himself because he was so angry.
Okay. That's a good story, and as they say in Hindi movies, right? इस कहानी में सब कुछ है, action, emotion, सब कुछ है. So this kahani has got everything, but the mystery has never been solved, right? Who got the rations?
Yeah, I never dared to ask only. I was so terrified. He beat me up so badly because he never had beat me like that before. But he was so mad at me.
Okay.
Disobeying him.
It's a nice story, actually. So at that time, you started playing hockey and you did extremely well. And you said that okay, I mean, nobody encouraged you. So what charged you up to
I
take
just
up?
love sports. It gave me such a relief, and there was nothing else to do. So I enjoyed, just like now, I enjoy bridge. I play for hours together on the computer, live with people from all over the world. Like that, I enjoyed hockey. I preferred it to athletics also. But one day my cousin saw me playing hockey. He was a Olympian also. He said, "Why don't you do running?" So I said, "Okay, let me try." First time my sister and I went, he had not told them that he had not entered our names. So they didn't let us run off. My sister jumped. He was so disappointed. We came home. He said, "Never again. We don't know." Because the next year, 1 year passed, just like that, because we refused to go near the field. We said, we don't want to do anything like that. Because from Bandra, we traveled to town, and then we were so disappointed because we were all excited, keyed up, and then they wouldn't let us participate. But the following year, another cousin said, "You have to, I'll make sure, I'll come with you, I'll make sure you enter. You have to take part. I can see you're fast, you must." So I went, both my sister and I, when she was doing high jump, I went and I saw them all warming up. I said, "Oh my gosh," they were sweating and warming up. I've never done athletics before. So I said, watching them, and then standing like this, I said, let them sweat it out. I'll be nice and fresh. I'm sure I'll beat them because I'll be fresh. See my thinking. I was such a country girl. I didn't know that you had to warm up. That much I didn't know, that you had to warm up for a race. And I said, let them tire themselves. I can see them sweating. I'll be nice and fresh. And I will surely beat them. When they beat me, I said, "Oh, something's wrong somewhere. If they can warm up for 15, 20 minutes and then run and beat me, that means there is something." So I started going to the Brabourne Stadium. We have a nice big Brabourne Stadium where the other athletes used to train, like the Banu Ghazal, Roshan Mistry, Pat Bindorser, all of them were training there under Jal Padiwala. I never asked Jal to train me because I said he's already got his top people to train. I'll train on my own. But what I did was, whatever starts they were doing, I was doing. And I was doing it. Whatever training they were doing, I was doing. And the very first year, I came second. And then the next year, I came first. And I had such a meteoric rise, I was surprised myself because, coming up so fast in 2 years. And then, not enough, they were going to have the Asian Games. They were going to have the Asian Games in 1950. Okay. If they had it in 1950, I would not have gotten because I was still not on top. But because the stadium was not ready, they decided to have it in 1951. By then, I was coming first. I was coming second in 100 and second in the 200. So I got selected. First and second was selected from for the nationals. Whoever won the first and second place were automatically selected for the Asian Games in all the events. So that's how I went for the 100 and the 200 meters in Delhi. Within 2 years, it was
wonderful.
Yeah, I was surprised also. It just happened that, anyway, I participated there. And the 200 meters I would have done better, but I had no coaching. I didn't know exactly how to run it. So my colleagues who were doing the 200, the men, they told me, you run slowly, then take the curve, and then go all out. So that's what I did. But when I reached the end, I could have run another 50 meters. I was not tired at all. So I was thinking, if I had to start from the beginning faster, I'd have reached before them.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? That I didn't run the race right.
Okay.
So anyway, that was in 51. So 52, I knew better. I started, that's how I broke the record.
Okay.
Into the 200 meters the next year, I knew better. I said, if I can run like this and still have stamina to run more, I could have started faster and I'd have reached. So that's what I did. That's how I broke the record.
Okay.
200-meter record the next year, 52. That's how I got selected for Helsinki, because I broke the record. I had no idea that they were sending me for the Olympics. I'd not even heard of the Olympics at that time. I was so new to sports. But I said, let me, I was so delighted. They told me, you're selected for the Olympics. I had no idea that they were going to select anyone for the Olympics, especially women they had never sent before. So I had not that in my mind at all. So when I broke the record and they told me, oh, you're selected for the Olympics, I was so thrilled. That's how I went for the Olympics.
So at that time, how were you training at that time? Actually,
I used to go to the Brevon Stadium. I finished schooling and I started teaching PT, and at the same St. Joseph's Convent where I learned, I started teaching PT to the students. And I used to finish school at 4, then I used to reach home, have a cup of tea, and travel by train to Churchgate. So I used to reach about 5:30 or so. So till 7 o'clock, I used to train, 7:15, till all of us used to leave the stadium together. Okay. So I used to go during season every day. I think on Mondays to Fridays, I used to go to Churchgate Brevon Stadium. And I used to train there. There's 3, Roshan, Banu and Pat were training there. So I used to train with them.
Okay.
So that's how I continued my training. And then when I couldn't make it to the stadium, because I was teaching, I had sometimes other activities to do after school or something. I couldn't make it. I used to wait for it to become a little dark. Then I used to go to this boys' school, because the girls were not allowed to run in the boys' school.
Okay.
They had found an entrance from the back. And there were some niches. So I used to go on the niches and go over the wall. It was quite a high wall. It was about 8 or 10 feet, but I used to climb over and jump over the wall. The Chokila was in front. He didn't know I was training.
I think internet is a bit slow, so I'm not sure.
There's an internet connection.
Yeah, there is a problem.
Yeah, okay. So shall I continue?
Yeah, please. Chowkidar.
The Chokila was in front of the building, guarding the building, but he didn't know that I was behind training. So I used to train. It was quite twilight, dark, but I used to do stamina training. I couldn't do starts or speed work or anything, but I could do stamina work. So there was a nice football field there, like a hockey field, I think. It was hockey or football, I remember. And I used to run around the track in the dark and jump off the wall and come home, It was walking distance from my home, so it was okay. Sequeira never knew a thing. And so one day, some few years ago, one journalist from Calcutta interviewed me, and she said, I would like to see where you used to go to train like this over the wall. So she came to Bandra from Calcutta to meet me. And so I took her and I showed her. I was so surprised. They had built a gate over the wall. They had put a barricade 20 feet across the wall. I was so shocked. I said, oh my gosh, that means other people must have been doing that also. So they must have found out and then blocked that. I was lucky that they had not blocked it when I was training.
First, they would have fired the Chowkidar.
Maybe they couldn't fire him because they didn't know. He didn't know. Hello. And I was causing no harm. I was quietly running in the dark and coming home. So there was no problem as such. I was not taking up anything of their ground.
So how much time you used to dedicate between athletics and hockey in a week?
Oh, I used to hardly play hockey, only when I used to play with the boys. We used to have the hockey practice in town once a week because most of the girls were working and they couldn't get time off, and it used to be too late. But then they finished work to come to practice. Like railways and other places, they give you time off for training. But all these commercial firms, they don't care. So most of the girls were working as stenographers or typists or something of the other clerks, and they couldn't get time off, so they couldn't come for practice. Okay. So we should have practice once a week only, once or twice, maybe sometimes twice. And so I concentrated on my training in running, sprinting, and all that. Helped me with my hockey.
Okay.
Yeah, and the hockey training I used to do with the boys, so it was turned out quite okay. Okay. So I kept both side by side. And when I gave up athletics, I still played hockey till 1962. That means 62 or 64, Japan team came to India. And I represented India for that hockey. Okay. I remember my children were about 3 and 5 years old. And I was still playing hockey then. Okay. And I've got a nice photograph of the 2 children with me with the hockey stick. Taken after we played Japan on the grounds itself.
Wonderful. I must say Simon de Souza is here. He is conveying his hello to you. He's watching you.
Oh, really? Hi, Simon. I can't see you, but I'll say hi.
Yeah, so he said that you're the finest sports officer, the city has railway has ever seen. Very upright, and you always fought for the welfare of the athlete. So that is what he's saying.
Thank you, Simon.
So at that time, when you spoke about your Asian Games, where you got a bronze medal for 200 meters, there was also a silver medal for the 4x100. And
that is good. For the relay, the final 4 are selected. I mean, the best from all over India. The best 4. But it so happened that the best 4 were all from Bombay. So it was good that we could practice together our relay. And that was the time that John Padiwala took us under his wing. He was training 3 of them. So I was included in the relay team. So he taught us pattern exchange. And we practiced together as a team, so it was good. And Asian Games in Manila, 54, he taught us a new technique of pattern changing, putting your hand behind and not looking at the player, but just asking the player to place the pattern in your hand and keep running. That's how we came first. Relay team came first at the Asian Games in Manila because of, I would say, Jal Pariwala's technique of pattern exchange.
Okay.
And we did it so smoothly because we had practiced so well that we won the gold medal at the Asian Games.
Okay. So, what tips would you give for anyone attempting a relay when it comes to baton exchange?
Yeah, that's all techniques. Most important is the pattern exchange. If you can save so much time if you do it correctly. So you have to concentrate on. So often they drop the baton, or they delay giving the baton, or they cross over each other, passing the baton. So much time you're losing. Yeah, you're running and they stretch and put the baton in your hand. So you get 2-3 meters, at least a meter advantage. So that 3-4 meters adds up, sort of, so that you can do it at better timing.
Okay. I mean, how do you communicate with each other when you're doing that?
We don't communicate at all. We practice such a way that when we tell them and we make a mark. When they reach that mark, we know it is time for us to start running. So they're coming in speed, and we start off, and they reach a step and we're getting into our speed. So the technique of baton exchange is very important in relays.
Wonderful. That's so nice to hear about that, and something which the coach taught you.
Yes.
You were anyway copying their starts, so I think the coach would have said, "Okay, fine, you also come in. Why copy, right?"
Yeah. No, he used to give starts to them, and I also take the starts with them.
Okay.
So it was like that.
Okay. So 1952 Olympics is a memorable event for you, and as I said earlier, is kahani mein action emotion. The in 1952 Olympics also there is action and emotion, right? You reaching there was also a like a big movie story.
I didn't know there was going not. Yes, was going just terrible situation. Not knowing. Now you're selected. You're all excited to go. And then they said funds, so you don't know whether you're going or not. Till the yes, no, yes, no. That was very trying. So luckily they found the funds to send me. We had some friends of mine had a whist drive and card games with a dance, and they raised some funds. That was good because it gave me some pocket money to spend. I come from a middle class family, and I didn't have enough income at that time to spend. And of course, funding my trip was out of the question. So anyways, I don't know, finally the government decided that first time they're sending. But Nilima Ghosh didn't have that problem. In Bengal, they're quite rich. The association has a lot of money. So she had no problem. But they couldn't send her without sending me. So somehow I don't know how they got the funds. So they sent us both.
Okay. I mean, Bombay has always been magnanimous, when it comes to sports and supporting athletes. There was a story about when pre-independence, 1920, when we sent an Olympics team, we got 4 people, and that was funded by Bombay, the people from Bombay actually. So they funded. So that is why I'm saying Bombay. People from Bombay are very magnanimous when it comes to supporting sports. So before you talk about the Olympics part of it, you also had a chance to. That was the first out of the country trip where you went to Denmark, and
Yes.
you participated in some events. You also won few of them. Just tell
Yes.
us about that trip to Denmark. How was it? Copenhagen, and what were they doing differently as compared to you, because you were going from India to you have participated in one Asian Games which was held in India. Then the next year going out of the country. Did you see any difference in what they were doing when it comes to training?
Yeah, it was a nice experience for us. I found they were training as much as we were, whatever they were doing. I don't know exactly. We used to do our own training. They used to do their own training. So I don't know what diet they used to have or how they train. But I guess everyone trains their own way. So I don't know exactly how much they train or how they train.
So how was it winning those events?
Oh, it was quite something new to me, and I was quite thrilled to participate. And they were very friendly. I made many friends, but unfortunately, I'm a very bad at writing. I received some letters, but I never sat down to write. I hate I hated letter writing, so I never kept in touch with them. It was very sad.
If email was there, you could have sent emails.
Oh yes, it would have been. And now with WhatsApp, I could have phoned them every day.
Yeah. So Olympics.
There was no communication. You had to write. I mean, you wrote.
Yeah.
It took 15 days to reach them, and if they replied after a month or two, 15 days to come, it was too much of a headache. And I hated letter writing. You sit and write.
Okay.
So I lost a lot of friends like that. I made lifetime friendships that kept on.
Okay.
Even Harrison Dillard, he gave me the starting blocks at Helsinki.
Yeah.
He he was he wrote to me, but I never got down to writing back. So I contacted him when I came to America. He was in Chicago. He died just last year or 2 years ago.
Okay.
And he was very happy to hear. They were very happy to talk to me over the whole times. But so many years we could have been friends. But we didn't have the WhatsApp or emails or anything. And we lost touch completely.
Okay.
So I got his daughter to talk to.
That's nice. That starting blocks must still be used by somebody in Khalsa College.
Yeah, the starting blocks, I was very happy. It was but huge. It was very heavy. But I brought it to. I was so happy to have it. I used it till I retired from sports. And my daughter Marisa, she was a junior national champion also in athletics at Secunderabad. They had junior nationals, and she won the nationals. I was very happy she used my blocks.
Okay.
So it was the legacy passed on to her, and she used it till she stopped running. And then we left it at Khalsa College.
Okay.
So he said, whoever needs it can use it. Because they were too heavy to carry up and down.
Okay. I hope it is still there.
Yeah. I hope someone used it, made good use of it.
So first participation in Olympics, you must have been exciting for you. Tell us few of those exciting moments. Just share with us, Olympics, the moments of Olympics, during that time, 1952.
Yeah, that stadium was so huge. I had never seen such a big stadium. And it was all decorated with flags and everything. And it was, the opening ceremony was something to remember. All of us marching right around the stadium and standing there, having the opening ceremony. It was something you can't explain. And nowadays, when they go back, after the closing ceremony, we used to walk the same way, like the opening ceremony. But nowadays, they all mingle and walk all together. That's so nice.
Okay.
It's different those days. We had to march in the beginning, and closing ceremony, we had to do the same thing again.
Okay.
And nowadays, it's changed a little.
So you met a lot of you saw a lot of great athletes also.
Yeah. And I met them mostly at training camp. We used to have trainings, but we had different timings for different countries because they had to be all fitted for practice, I guess. And that is the time I met Harrison Dillard, who gave me the blocks. And I got a nice picture of me warming up with Margie Jackson.
The Australian.
I didn't know at that time that she was going to win the 100 and 200, that she was a star. But she was very friendly, and we were chatting and running, warming up around the stadium. So two great athletes I met. Both so happened that both were champions. Harrison Dillard 100-200 hurdles, and she 100-200. Both the top athletes I met at practice time. Because during the meet, there was no chance to meet anybody. Each one is all tensed up, all ready to go. So you don't talk or anything. You get practice, you warm up, you get on the field, you run, you're back and out. But practice time is when I met other athletes. We said hi, talked at least. They were more relaxed.
You also met 𝐿𝐧𝐝𝐻 and his wife.
Yeah, but I didn't meet them at the Olympics. We went for training to Czechoslovakia.
Okay.
That's where I met them both. I met them both there.
So how was it, the meeting?
Yeah, he was such a humble man, very sweet. His wife and he have big names in Czechoslovakia. They've got a statue of him here and there. He's very, famous sort of thing. They make much of him. And he was very kind to come in and meet us all. Yeah.
Okay. You also saw a few other athletes like Paulo, the flying Finn.
Yeah. I didn't meet him, I think. I don't think I met him. I saw him, of course. I didn't really meet him personally.
Okay. So first Olympics, how was the race which you ran?
Oh my gosh, I was too nervous. It was just, I don't know why. I saw that full stadium, I felt everyone's eyes were on me, sort of thing. I got so nervous. I was doing 12.5, 12.6 in India that time. But then I don't know what happened. I didn't run my best. I did 13.1 or something. I don't know. I've never done such bad timing. When I first started, I did that. After that, I was always doing 12.5, 12.6, 12.7. My best timing is 12.3. But
12.3.
Then that time, I don't know, I was too nervous. But I got over it. The 200, I ran a better race.
Okay. You could not go to 1966 Olympics, but you never got a chance later, like 1960.
Oh, I was married and my son was born in 1959.
Okay.
And my dad was bad enough, but my husband was worse. He didn't want me to do any sports.
Okay. Okay.
But I still had to. I was lucky. I joined the railways. They took me on sports account, so I had to do sports. So he had no choice. Either I do my sports or I stay home.
Okay.
So he preferred me to do the sports.
Okay.
So I was very
So thank.
unfortunate. I never had any push, anyone helping me in any way with my sports career. And I'm one of 12 children, but nobody came to see me run. Can you believe it? They were all very happy that I was winning and I went to the Olympics and Asian Games, but not one of them ever entered the field to see me actually run or cheer me. So you can imagine how much support I had.
But your family has a legacy, right? I mean, how many Olympians does your family have?
Yes, I don't know, quite, I have to count.
I think
At
five.
least five, at least five.
Five. Yeah,
Yeah,
but that itself is a record
yeah. But
from
not
one
my
family.
immediate family, not my immediate family, you know what I mean? My
Yeah,
extended family,
cousins and everybody.
cousins.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Your sports family.
your sports family.
Yeah. Actually, my grandson, I thought he was going to go for the Junior Olympics, but he didn't make it.
Okay. So, when I look at the different aspects of your life, each aspect has got, kahani on that. So your winning 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐿 Award was also something similar.
The 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐿 I never expected.
So tell us about it.
The story. Now, so many years have passed. I didn't know if to get an award, you have to apply. So I never applied for any awards. Although there's some Maharashtra award, which 𝐷𝐮𝐳𝐚 got. And she came with the team to UK, hockey team. But at that time, she was a reserve. Because we had Yvonne Smith, who was playing centre forward. Dolly Tarapur was reserve for centre forward position. She got the award because her coach recommended her. I didn't know at that time that we had to apply to get an award. So I never did apply. I never got any awards. But my daughter said, "Mom, you've done so much for sports. You've done so well in sports. Why haven't they given you an award? They should give you an award." So I said, "Now, so many years, forget it." And then they're not giving me and they've forgotten me. They forgot me when I was at that time. Where will they remember me so many years later? But because of her, I got the award. She said, "Nothing doing, I'm going to apply." So she asked me to give her all the cuttings I had. Luckily, I got a stack of cuttings. I filed them all. I put my hockey and athletic career on the front, and all the cuttings I've got of all the papers I could. Wherever I went, if I got any cuttings, I used to just paste them. So she told me, "Get all the cuttings you have, get all the photographs you have, and leave it to me." So I gave it to her. I said, "Don't waste your time." 60 years they have not remembered me. They're not going to remember me now. But she was determined. She made looked at all this. I don't know what she did. She wrote to Delhi and she wrote to athletic officials in Bombay. I forgot his name. Also. Tarapur wala, I think. Panpasigal.
Sumari wala.
No. He was a Tarapur wala, but not Sumari wala. Okay. Yes. Sumari, I think. Sumari wala, yeah.
Adil Sumari wala.
Yeah, he was
100 meters runner.
Yeah, but he was looking after athletics in Bombay.
Yeah.
So she wrote to him and she wrote to Delhi and all, and forwarded through him to Delhi my application for the 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐿 Award. And I forgot about it. She forgot about it. So one day, you won't believe, they didn't write to me or tell me or anything. One day somebody phoned her, one journalist phoned her and said, "You do know your mom has got the Ghyanchand Award?" We were shocked. See, up to date, I have no letter from the government, no intimation at all about this award that I got. And I happened to be in USA at that time. I come and go, you see, my daughter lives here. So usually I spend 6 months here and 6 months in Bombay. So that time I happened to be here, and just fellow phoned to say that I got the award. So we were waiting for some official intimation, but nothing came. So my daughter rang up Delhi and said, "We heard, is it true?" So then they asked her for some particulars and told us that I got the award. But up to date, I never received anything in writing.
Okay.
All it was verbal. And that too, if this journalist had not phoned my daughter to tell her that I got the award, I would never have known.
Okay.
So anyway, I was lucky. I was absolutely shocked. That day she got the message, I was at a senior center. I'd gone to visit a senior center. I don't stay home. When I'm here in the US, I go to a senior center every morning, and we have a nice routine there. So she phoned me there and said, "You know, you got the award." I was stunned. I could not believe it. I said, I never expected it at all. I said, after 60 years, they can't possibly remember me or give me the award. So when I went for the award, we went to Delhi, of course, and then my daughter joined me, and we went. And for the reception and all, many of the sports minister and the others, all the top people, came to me and apologized. They said, "We are sorry that we had overlooked you for so long.
Okay.
We're happy that you got the award now, but we are sorry that I was glad." I said, "Don't worry, I'm glad I didn't get it posthumously."
Okay.
So it was good. I got it in my lifetime. Something unexpected.
Yeah. We hope that you also get the Padma Shri soon.
Yeah, I hope so. They said you have to apply. I never knew that we had to apply for that. So
Okay.
I never applied. Now my daughter's applied, so let's see if that goes through.
So that's nice.
Cream on the cake.
Okay. So you went to the president's house, and you were given the award at that time, right? So
Yeah, it was great, and I was so happy that my family from Bombay, the whole family came, and my daughter came from America. So they were all in the audience.
Okay.
So my grandchildren were very happy to see me. So I was happy that I got the award later, because my grandchildren could see me get it.
Okay.
So that was an added blessing.
Did you have any chance to see 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐿 play?
Oh yeah, he coaches when we went for the UK games. He was our main coach.
How was he as a coach?
He was very good coach, and he showed us all his tricks and all. He was very good. But I was so surprised that they didn't send him as a coach with us. He coached us for 1 month at the training ground, but they didn't send him as a coach. Okay. They sent 2 ladies who were housewives.
Okay.
They were supposed to be a manager and assistant manager, but we didn't have a coach. Okay. And why anyway, that's all politics. I don't want to bring that in now. Forget it.
Yeah. How was he as a player? Have you?
I didn't see him as a player because he was, but I saw him play. I saw him coaches. He gave us such wonderful tips. And if he had to come with us, I think we would have played much better. He would have got us going, you know. But I don't know. There's politics. How they choose people and how they. So let's not say anything. I might get into trouble.
So in your athletics career, you have won many races. Were there anything which was very memorable for you? Any race which you felt, I loved winning this?
Oh, I don't know. I think when I first won my first 100, and I broke the timing 12:03. It is such a thrilling feeling when you break a record. I didn't feel that much when I did the 200 meters, although that got me to the Olympics. But when I broke the 100 meters record, that means I was the best in Asia. I felt something quite thrilling that I accomplished something at that time. It was just a nice feeling.
I know you follow sports now.
Yeah, the saddest part of my career was my 100 meters run at the Asian Games in Manila. That's something I've never spoken openly before. I'm telling you now because we are having such a friendly talk. Yeah. My daughter's written a book. And she said,
I know.
It's all in the book.
It's in the book. Yeah. So I think it's okay not to disclose it right now. We will definitely buy the book. Tell Marisa that, and don't worry about it. I'll be one of the first person to buy the book. Once it is published. So I know that you follow sports. So the Indian team is going for the Tokyo Olympics now. It's any wishes and suggestions from your side for our, I think, 100+ strong Indian team which is going now?
Yeah, I'm so glad that they're picked up and they're sending more women. Like they don't have to struggle like I did to get in, and they're giving them so much encouragement. I suppose they must be in Patiala training now.
Yes.
Yeah. So that Patiala is a very good place for training. I've been there a couple of times, and they should be doing well with all the good backing they're getting. So let's hope they do something there.
Any special wishes from your side for them?
Okay, of course, all my best wishes are always there, but only wishes won't help. It is them that has to do something for us. So each one wants to do their best. So I'm sure they'll give up their best. And let's hope we get some medals this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So we have been close to 1 hour now since we've been speaking.
Was it? I didn't know I could talk so much.
I would ask my final question to you. Final advice to any athlete who wants to become another Mary D'Souza Sequeira. Few tips from your side.
Yeah, you have to train hard. That's the main thing. Yeah. Forget nowadays. No, not many people do sports. Not young children. They're glued to their phone or their computer or the TV. 3 distractions, which are very hard to resist. But I would like them to keep some time. Don't avoid completely. Keep some time for your TV or whatever you want. But devote some time to sports. That will keep you healthy all through your life. See, I'm 90 and I'm still active, strong. I'm ready to dance. So you have to of course, you must like it. And if you like it, go ahead and develop on it. Give some time for sports. Give some time for your TV. Don't say, I don't ask you to not to see at all, but keep time for everything so that you can be better and represent India one day.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful having a chat with you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the audience out here would also would have loved it. So we had few athletes also who had come and said hello to you. 𝐑𝐮𝐧𝐼𝐻 Parihar is one of them, and Simon D'Souza sir is always there. So it is nice of you to come and share your thoughts and opinions. It's such a nice time talking to you. I request you to be in the studio. I'll just thank my audience, and
Okay.
then I would just talk to you in few seconds. Would that be okay?
Oh, sure.
Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks all for tuning in. Fantastic. It was such a nice, I would say inspiring story. We are waiting for her book to be published so that we can all buy it and read her story, published by her daughter, Marissa. I'm sure it will be out in the out for sale quite soon. Next week, we'll be having a talk. We have never seen Shivnath Singh sir talk about it. Today's Runners Day. So all Shivnath Singh's birth anniversary. It's been celebrated as Runners Day. The marathon record, which has stood for 43 years, never been broken. I got his son Arjun Singh out here next week to come and talk about his father, and I'm sure that will be very interesting to hear about his story also. Till then, thank you very much, and good evening to you all.